just totally ripped out and gone. If you can imagine yourself relating to something like that, that's what we went through.
Of the many mistakes made by the American government, the overthrow of Queen Liliuokalani stands as one of the biggest injustices in American history. On January 17, 1893, Queen Liliuokalani was overthrown from her position as the reigning queen of the Kingdom of Hawaii, marking an end to the monarchy and the beginning of Hawaii's annexation into the United States. In the city of Honolulu, on September 2, 1838, Queen Liliuokalani was born Lydia Kamakaeha to her mother, Keohokalole, a high-ranking chiefess who served as an advisor to King Kamehameha II, and her father, Kapa'akea. Known as one of Hawaii's most famous musicians, she composed over 150 songs and chants, including the notably famous Aloha Oe. Through her music, she expressed her love for the Kingdom of Hawaii and its people.
She must have been a beautiful woman when you were growing up.
She was a beautiful, not in looks, but she was beautiful in mind. Beautiful. Oh, how she played the piano, and how she used to sing. Love music.
When her brother King Kalakaua died from Bright's disease, she inherited the throne on January 29, 1891. During his reign, King Kalakaua was pressured into signing the Bayonet Constitution by his cabinet members Sanford B. Dole, who was the cousin of the 9-year-old James Dole, future patriarch of the Dole Food Company, and Peter Cushman Jones, the president of the largest sugarcane plantation agency in Hawaii. The Bayonet Constitution reduced his veto power and personal influence over the legislature and legislation. It also allowed foreign resident aliens to vote, not just citizens. Even Asians, who previously had the right to vote, were specifically denied suffrage. The voting system was made to be discriminatory to races with lower income than the average white population. After learning about the Bayonet Constitution, Queen Liliuokalani canceled her tour of Europe and immediately returned to Hawaii. Upon being appointed to queen, Liliuokalani started her campaign to abolish the standing Bayonet Constitution and return power to the monarchy. She attempted to draft a new constitution that would give power back to the native Hawaiians, but was opposed by the white plantation owners that had gained power from the Bayonet Constitution. These plantation owners would go on to form the Committee of Safety, the group that would eventually overthrow Queen Liliuokalani and get Hawaii annexed into the United States. Through their influence of the government, the businessmen that made up the Safety Committee looked to cheapen prices and make exportation of sugarcane into the United States easier by lowering tariffs. Two important members of the Safety Committee were Henry E. Cooper, who led the group as a chairman, and Lauren A. Thurston, the original founder of the committee. Under the pretense that American lives were in danger, Thurston called in American Marines from a nearby warship with the help of U.S. Minister John Stevens. In actuality, these 167 Marines would serve to assist the Committee of Safety in the overthrow of the Hawaiian monarchy. Wanting to avoid further conflict and possible bloodshed, Queen Liliuokalani stepped down peacefully on January 17, 1893. Although she was still confident that justice would prevail, and the US government would reinstate her and the Hawaiian monarchy. As quoted from Queen Liliuokalani's autobiography, Hawaii's Story, by Hawaii's Queen, published in 1898, she states, "After the so-called provisional government had been recognized by Minister Stevens, and I had referred in my writing my case to the United States, there was no more for me to do but retire in peace in my private residence, there to await the decision of the United States government. This I did, and cautioned the leaders of my people to avoid riot or resistance, and to wait tranquilly, as I was doing, the result of my appeal to power, to whom alone I had yielded my authority."
She exerted all of her influence to keep the Hawaiian people from rising up to put her back on the throne. She was so terribly afraid of shedding Hawaiian blood in her cause. She leaves this comment in her writings that it's a matter of great pride to her that not a single drop of blood, either of friend or of foe, is upon my soul. But had she allowed blood to be shed, she probably would have survived as queen.
After the overthrow, many Hawaiian citizens decided to revolt. Despite Liliuokalani forewarning them to restrain themselves, the people still acted against the government. After a serious revolt on January 6, 1895, Liliuokalani was questioned and falsely accused of treason against the Republic of Hawaii. It was there she made her famous quilt, in which she inscribed the details of her life and imprisonment.
Not only did he condemn United States aggressiveness and the conspiracy and the secrecy of it all as illegal and wrong-headed and immoral, but he urged a very pragmatic and moral solution to the problem. Put the Queen back in power.
Although U.S. President Grover Cleveland was against the overthrow, he did not do anything to aid either side. As a result, the newly formed Republic of Hawaii decided to wait until the next president came into office. Due to the ongoing Spanish-American War, the newly inaugurated President William McKinley ruled that Hawaii would be annexed into the United States, since its ports would provide strategic military advantages in the Philippines. Even after being stripped of her royalty and falsely imprisoned for the rebellion that she did not start, Queen Liliuokalani never stopped fighting for her people. Even after annexation, she continued to protest non-violently up until her death on November 11th, 1917. To this day, Queen Liliuokalani is still remembered for her undying love for her people and her strong devotion to restoring the Hawaiian monarchy.